Adi Shankaracharya, the vanishing of the Advaita flame, there are lives. They say that end like a river quietly merging into the ocean, humbly accepting the law of dissolution and decay. But there are other lives that, having reached their zenith of light, choose to vanish, that through a conscious, powerful return to the source, like a flame of awareness willingly withdrawing into the formless void. Adi Shankaracharya, Shankara Bhagavatpada, born from the green sanctity of Kerala and rising to become the brightest luminescence in the firmament of Indian philosophy, belongs to that rare category of supreme beings. His departure was not an event chronicled in mundane history, but a vibrant legend, a final samadhi shrouded in the snow silence of the Himalayas, in the wind that grinds time to dust, and in the strange, pure fragrance that only those who attain ultimate liberation leave behind when they transcend the body. To comprehend the mystery of Shankara's exit, one must first grasp the intensity of his existence, life that burned with the power of a philosophical storm sweeping across the subcontinent. It was an anomaly, defying every established trajectory of spiritual and intellectual development. At the tender age of 8, when other children were but learning the alphabet of life, he was already beginning to challenge and clarify the obscurities of the deepest Vedic scriptures. By the age of 12, he carried the gravitas of an acharya, teaching men who were 3 or 4 times his age. And by the time he was 16, he had already completed seminal works on Advaita Vedanta that even the most seasoned scholars would only dare to dream of commencing. His was not an explosive, instantaneous downloading of wisdom that was already fully ripe. The 32-year milestone of his life marks an unbelievable peak of commitment and accomplishment. Within this impossibly brief span, he did not merely walk across Bharatvarsha, India, multiple times traversing every terrain and cultural boundary, but engaged in historic debates, Shastrartha, with formidable philosophers and spiritual masters of opposing schools, vanquishing them with an razor-sharp intellect and unparalleled erudition. Shankaracharya did not wait for decline. He departed when the lamp of his vitality was burning brightest, an act of supreme control and power. Like a victorious general, he chose the exact moment to retire from the battlefield of the body, as if declaring, "The mission is complete. The play is done." It was a choice of consciousness, not a surrender of the physique. He did not wait for old age or disease to knock, but withdrew proactively, as if to say, when the lamp has given its fullest light, it must be withdrawn before it begins to flicker, as he began his final ascent into the majestic Himalayas, that sacred abode considered the doorway to truth and the place where souls return to their source. His disciples fell prostrate, begging him to stay, and kings anxiously sent word for his return. But the Jagadguru world teacher did not turn back. The call of the snow-clad mountains, the call of the infinite, was louder than any plea from the finite world. He felt that doorway opening. His departure is enveloped in the multidimensionality of legend, each story deepening the enigma of his conscious transcendence. The northern legend, Kedarnath, speaks of dissolving. In the absolute stillness of a cave near Kedarnath, he sat, absorbing life back into its source. Witnesses describe not a death, but a liberation, a letting go of feather, allowing the wind of non-dualism to carry it away. The breath shallowed, the senses withdrew, not in agony, but in a sense of complete fulfillment. Those waiting outside the cave entrance felt a strange, primal vibration, as though the mountain itself recognized a returning sun. But a strong southern tradition, Kanchipuram, insists he traveled south to the city of golden light. This narrative focuses on the withdrawal of energy, Shakti. Entering the sacred Kamashi temple, he sat in the lotus posture, concentrating all vital force to the crown of his head, Sahasrara chakra. The energy rose and departed the physical form like a pure flame separating from the wick. The body remained bright, serene, as if still meditating, having utterly defeated decay. And a third esoteric whisper from the wandering ascetics holds that his physical body had become irrelevant long before the final day. Ever since he mastered the art of Paraya Pravesa, entering another body to gain temporal knowledge for the debate with Mandana Misra. According to this version, the body was merely a costume worn for a specific purpose. Once that purpose, the re-establishment of Advaita, was fulfilled, the dropping of the attire was a simple, logical step. He lived as a messenger. A messenger does not linger once the message has been delivered. The contradiction among these endings is not historical error, but a deliberate pedagogical tool. A life so vast cannot be contained by a single conclusion. It demands multiple narratives to encompass its profound mystery and the power of the enlightened being. For Shankaracharya, death was not fate, but an art form. He died consciously, radical contrast to the majority of humanity, who die accidentally or involuntarily due to the body's failure. His exit mirrored his life, with awareness razor sharp, with a heart free from attachment, and with a mind that had already dissolved into the infinity he preached. Vanishing is the final scripture. The ambiguity surrounding his location, Kedarnath or Kanchipuram, is intentional. By leaving behind conflicting myths, he instilled doubt about the importance of physical form and geography. It serves as a profound reminder to humanity. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are the boundless. Those who die consciously leave behind no mausoleums or physical remains. They leave an indelible trail in human consciousness. It is a path that belongs to no single religion, sect, or region, but simply points inward. Shankaracharya lived and died in freedom, and that choice is his eternal signature. His story is not a history to be concluded, but an invitation, a wand to each of us, to discover within yourself that same space of freedom from birth and death. That spaciousness that makes even departure a celebration. That is the greatest mystery of the Advaita Master.